Hey everyone, Jesus here from Hustling Labs, and today we're diving into some exciting territory for all of you no-code developers out there. Today we're going to be exploring 10 innovative SaaS ideas that can be built using Bubble.io and the new Threads API. As you already know, I published a video a few days ago talking about our upcoming Threads API plugin that will allow you to connect your user base to your application so they can manage their Threads account through your application. So something similar to Hootsuite, FeedHive, and similar apps like that. Today, we're going to take a step back and we're going to be looking at some ideas that you can build using the new Threads API, whether you're using our plugin or you're using a connection that you build from scratch. We're going to be teaching you how to use the Threads API to build perhaps a business as software as a service application that can make you real money on the internet. Now, these are not just ideas. We are talking about game-changing concepts, in my opinion, that have the potential to scale into successful businesses. But I won't bore you with the details. Let's get started and talk about some of the different ideas. I would like to know in the comments below what you think about them. And if you like this video, please leave a subscribe if you like my content. I would really appreciate it. If you like the video, I get to reach more people. It helps me build my audience a little bit faster, which in turn allow me to monetize my channel and monetize the content so I can build more content later on for you. So I would really appreciate it. If you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. But I will start with the first idea. First idea is something relatively basic and simple, and that is going to be a social media analytics dashboard. So let's just for a moment close your eyes and imagine that you're creating a comprehensive analytic tool that taps into the thread data, providing real-time insight on user management, user engagement, sentiment analysis, and trend topics. So not all of this data is available right now in the Threads API, so you will have to pull some data, perhaps use the OpenAI API, the ChatGPT API to get some trending topics or some sentiment analysis, but you're able to pull at least the basic level of data that will allow you to build further features that are going to be more comprehensive for your application. In my opinion, this could be a gold mine for business and influencers looking to optimize the content strategy. And I get it. Threads is not to the level of, let's say, Facebook, Instagram in terms of users, right? Even S is a little bit ahead. Threads is growing relatively fast, and at some point, I would imagine that it would catch up. I don't know. But if you're looking to build using the Threads API, perhaps this is the most simplest basic idea, building a social media analytic dashboard that will allow you to provide some insights for your customers as they're building their audience on Threads. Second business idea is a community management platform. So something like Hootsuite, mentioned before, FeedHive, a way for your user to be able, number one, post automatically, schedule some posts to go out there to engage their community. But more importantly, a way for them to see the replies and perhaps reply to those replies and engage with the audience, which help them build on their audience even further because the reach is even bigger. I think automated responses, again, sentiment tracking and audience segment and user segmentation based on engagement levels should be features that you consider for this type of application. And I know I mentioned Hootsuite and FeedHive. We're probably looking more into the Taplio Supergrow for Threads, which are tools that are specialized in one platform. That's the bread and butter. They are not trying to diversify into other platforms. They only specialize in one API. They do it really well, and they're growing in that platform. They're not seeking outside integrations with other social media platforms. Third idea is a customer support chatbot. Basically, this will be an AI-driven customer support chatbot that integrates with Threads. As of right now, Threads doesn't have a messaging system, but what you could do is an AI chatbot in which when user posts, it can recognize whether or not they have a complaint, a suggestion, feature request, and it can collect the data and add it to perhaps a Notion board or a Trello board or something along the lines where you can go back and visualize the data. And it's classified automatically in feature requests, customer support requests, so on and so forth. I think this would be an opportunity for you to build something relatively unique. I haven't seen anything like this, but this will require you to have a little bit more of an expertise using API, and you might have to do a little bit of a workaround because not all the data would be available as of right now on the Threads API, and I don't foresee some of them being available later on. You will need some workarounds for this one, but I think that this is a cool opportunity to build something different than what we're seeing right now across all the other platforms and what other people will be building using the Threads API. Now, the next idea is idea number 4, which is a sentiment analysis and monitoring service. So similar to what we discussed before, but this service specifically could monitor threads or mention specific keywords or brands. But the idea is that you would provide a sentiment analysis to the brand, perhaps a daily or weekly report that tell them, hey, your customers are mainly happy. These are the main issues that we find across the platform. And these are the main opportunities that we see based on the data. And perhaps you will process the data using machine learning and artificial intelligence. I believe that this will be a really powerful enterprise tool that many businesses would pay lots of money for it, because businesses want to understand public perception and respond proactively to the messaging and the complaints that their customers are putting out there. So from the PR perspective, from the public relations perspective, I think this is a genius idea that could be implemented easily. And not only for threads, perhaps you will start with threads, but just ban to all the social media applications out there and make it work. Fifth idea that I want to discuss today, a cross-platform content syndicator. So basically, you're going to be developing a platform that allows users to easily syndicate their threads content across social media platforms, optimizing for each platform format and audience. You will do this using perhaps the OpenAI API or the Cloud API to be able to tailor that content to that specific platform. So many times I have taken the content that I publish on X and republish it on Threads, or the one that I publish on Threads and publish on LinkedIn. Rather than doing this manually, you will be able to repackage that content. I think this is a way that you can ensure that the content is native for that specific platform. Perhaps you want to build a way where carousels are built for LinkedIn and some infographics for Threads and Instagram. That way you are syndicating that content and repurposing so you can use it across different platforms. The sixth and last business idea that you can build using bubble.io and the Threads API, the way I would personally build it is I will find the biggest accounts on Threads, that the ones that are doing really well, some of their posts, legal or no, I don't know, this is not legal advice, but get some of their posts and train an AI, train AI with this post so they know what is successful on Threads. And basically you will be creating a tool that analyzes trending topics and user engagement on Threads. So you can generate content ideas and outline for creators and marketers. There are many tools out there doing it for all platforms, so I don't see why not do it for a platform like Threads. Again, this is not legal advice. Figure out how you can do it and the way that you can do it legally and go from there. But I think that this could be an opportunity for you to create something along those lines. Perhaps this is not on the software itself. Perhaps this is a feature for the software, but it's an opportunity that you can create using the Threads API and Bubble.io relatively easily, in my opinion. And it can be a hit, especially if Threads keep gaining popularity. And there you have it. There are 6 game-changing software as a service ideas that you can build using Bubble.io and Threads API. Remember, the key to success is not just the idea, but also the execution. Two different entrepreneurs can be building the same idea, but the execution would be what matters. With Bubble.io, you have the power to bring these ideas to life quickly and efficiently with a minor investment of either time or money because it's much less expensive and relatively faster. That's your opportunity to build the software as a service that perhaps you have been thinking about, or one of the ideas that I mentioned in this video. Now, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I will be publishing content much more frequently, so you don't want to miss what I put out. If you build any of this idea, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. It really helps me know what is hitting the with the audience and what you guys are liking, guys and dolls, and help me record more content for you. If you have any idea for any content that you would like to see, please let me know down in the comments below as well. Again, this is Jesus from Hustling Labs signing off. Keep hustling, keep building, and I will see you on the next video.